Okay, so good evening, everyone, and welcome to this Rivet Game live stream tonight. This evening, well, we're joining. No, RobJansen is joining us this evening. I'm super happy, and a warm welcome to you, Rob.
Thank you. And how are
So
you doing
please.
tonight?
Oh, I'm perfect. I'm perfect. It's really quite hot outside, but I think we'll make the best out of it here in the lovely Swiss Alps. How are you doing, though?
Yeah, it's still a little bit hot here, but I will manage at least.
Quite the same everywhere, right? Yeah, perfect. How's everyone doing in the chat? Can you hear us well?
I hope I still don't drop too many frames, but
Hope so too. 10 out of 10. If that's what is warm? Yeah, we don't know either.
it's hot. It's hot. It's an emote from Rookwood's stream.
Okay, so I'm missing the insider. Shit. Okay, and we're on the Soselva line tonight, and we'll be driving a little scenario with the RHB GE4/4 Mark II. So whenever you feel ready, Rob.
Oh, let's let's go.
Of course.
Of course, is the welcoming message announcing about the request stops. Well, I think most
Yeah,
people
exactly.
know it already. So
That's a quite common one. Yeah, I think so.
let's open the doors.
Yeah, I can get the passengers in.
I do have my regular map that I use on my live streams at above me at the top, so people can still follow
Oh,
around if they want.
Martin says that the map is about 1,300 kilometers north. Is this a Dutch town in it? Could this be?
Well, actually, it should work. I've minimized the window, so it was still the scenario that was loaded in, so it was in at Amersfoort. Well,
yeah.
now it
No,
seems that the
it's
passengers have boarded the train, and we can proceed at 18:05 to the next time they will stop. So we need to wait before we can go.
Oh yes, that's the news, right? That's true. Yeah. Looks like there's another train coming in before we can leave the station. Oh, and Dan is asking if Rob is streaming. Yeah, Rob is hosting a live stream, thankfully.
Yes, I'm indeed live streaming. If there is sometimes if there's something not quite right, or maybe if the stream is dropping frames or something else, I did my best to manage. So it should be to a minimum.
It will be fine, I think.
Well, there is our train is blocking our path.
Yeah, Dutch invasion. Yeah. That's true. That's true. That's okay.
All right. Now I can't hear a thing. But, oh well, this better.
Ah, sure.
No,
Now you can hear.
Yes, we can have the light. So I would say, let's go. Bring our passengers to the next stop.
Of course. Traveling along the scenic Soselva. That was actually very beautiful. cool. I don't knew you have your own. That Zorro has its own mode. That's cool.
Yes, it indeed has an. It has his own emote,
That's so cool.
and he's on stream.
Yeah, I heard him. Just making a little noise. Yeah, chill. Yes, chill. That's so cool. Really like it. How old is he?
He's about 4.5 years.
Okay. It's quite old for him.
Yeah, it's the species is in Dutch is called an agapornis, but in English is called a lovebird.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's they can get about around 10 years old.
Oh really? Okay. Wait, then he's only half the way in to go.
Half the way in, but I'm sure if he's happy all the time. Maybe he can get a lot older.
Yeah. Okay. Of course, yeah. Actually, quite beautiful driving along these little turns in with the Rhine River should be left just in a few seconds.
Yeah, we just crossed it, and
yeah, exactly.
it's there.
Yeah, hopefully. Oh no. Jansen is famous. Yeah, of course he is. How did the train stream transition to talking about birds so quickly? Well, I think he's the real star of the scene.
Maybe.
Of course.
Maybe he's driving and I'm doing nothing but talking, but
we all don't know, right? Oh no. Yeah.
at least we didn't talk about food yet, but
Not yet.
somehow everything is about food.
Of course it is. How could it be not? Yeah, I'm hungry.
I'm speeding. Brake.
Oh yeah.
Please.
Oh.
Please. Minus 72.
It's these career points. Amex is asking if you are... Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, a lot of Dutch people use the commands that I have in my channel.
never seen that one. No.
Well, I think I will be punished during the next stream for speeding.
Yeah, the community is coming back and giving you a sort of punch. Oh man. I love this part where the train is elevated on the between the Rhine and the mountains. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, you can really enjoy the view around here.
Or just if you go to the left and make little hops, you're in the river. Actually, nah, okay, not quite. Amax is asking on YouTube if we are making Swiss trains for TSW2. I mean, I can't tell you anything yet, but we are Rivet Games, and we're somehow known for these Swiss trains. So yeah, there may be something coming soon. But there's something even more interesting coming way soon. And there will be a teaser on social media on Sunday evening. Or Sunday noon, to be fair. So,
Ooh, very exciting.
Very exciting and very interesting. Because I think it's not what the people expect, but I think it's still really, really cool. Yeah. Oh yeah.
And we need to stop at the station. We have a request stop.
Alright. Driving in autumn. Yeah, there's the regress stop sign blinking.
Let's see which side the doors will open.
Oh yeah.
I really don't know. it all depends.
It should be on the right.
Yes, the right side.
Here. I'm not quite sure. The right side. Oh. That's something typical for Swiss, isn't it? With these stations that are almost non-existent, with only these gravel grounds. Something quite unique. And that's a beautiful image.
Well, the doors are closed again, so we can move on.
Depart for the next station.
There's one beautiful bridge.
Yeah, exactly. That's quite a spectacular one.
limits. It's pretty high speed compared to the other routes.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. And but they are not that sharp turns as there are on the Engadine or the Albula, for example. Well, but the Engadine has some pretty high speed limits as well.
Yeah, it's a little bit at the Benina pass with Alpgroen, where the tracks combine almost into one. That's very tight turn.
That's true. Yeah, and the tunnels going beneath and under it. That's quite interesting to see as well. Robco is leaving us. You have to go back to work. Okay. Have fun. Thanks, we will.
Thank you for joining.
For joining, of course.
Yeah, most of the time he's working at Friday evening. So.
Okay. Is he working for the? Or do you know what he's working?
Yeah, it's a construction company. At least where you can buy stuff. In Germany it's Bauhaus, but it's in the Dutch it's called the Praxis, one of the many companies.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, koploper. I know.
What does mouse mean?
Mouse.
Oh.
It's a mouse command if I leave the mouse on the screen.
Ah, okay.
People get angry.
Oh, I can learn something for my own streaming career here, and some Dutch as well. It's quite nice. Oh yeah, but actually doing these live streams together is way more fun than doing them for my own. So I do enjoy sitting here together, chatting, and
that's always fun.
Yeah. Oh, there's a nice little metal bridge coming up soon, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe around the corner. I think there is one.
Yeah, I think so.
And into the tunnel. Wrong button.
Amex, can you correct the RE416 because brake notch is less than 0.4 bar? which is not the case in the tiers. Amex, I will forward this to our developers, but I cannot promise that there will be a change in the near future. That is something I can't guarantee. But maybe there will be. Actually, the next station we're going to approach is a quite nice one as well. These, the infrastructure building right in front of it, where you're driving like through half a tunnel, and then having the... Oh, and we have a red signal coming in.
Yes, it seems that there's another train coming our way.
Oh. That's really interesting.
We actually need to stop here,
Yeah.
we're already late. Here's the other train.
Seems like he is in. No, I'm wrong about the stations. I'm talking about not this one, but the next one. Oh. Been quite a lot that I drove the Sosera line, which is a shame, to be honest.
There's a nice wooden cabin here.
Yeah, exactly.
Lots of details.
Beautiful. Really beautiful. Yeah. And just another red train. Perfect. I do like when you meet like a new train on the station. That's always beautiful.
Successful stop, please
Oh,
proceed at 1818 to the next timetable stop at Ilans when signal is clear for departure. Well,
yeah.
signal is clear. Let's go. One thing I did learn a little while ago when the Engadine line was out is the signal on the right that has two green lights on it. It can display one or two green. If it is one green, is the right track. If two green, is the left track that has to go ahead. I don't know if it's implemented in this version, but
I don't think so. There was something about it with on the Engadine line with the signals displaying numbers, and there's you can see about the if you're leaving the station, there's like a sign on the left side, having a 1 or 2 or 3 on it, which which track you're on, and then a signal displays a number together with a green, red light, whatever. Because, like you said, there's only one signal for one direction. So yeah, that's the way they solve it. Oh, join together is loving your plugin. I mean, it's kind of dope. It's not kind of, it's really dope.
Trying to manage the speed a little bit. I'm not using the the automatic the sort of cruise control that's built into the train. I have the setting on the vacuum pumper, setting number 3. If you then use that setting, you have more granular control of the speed. So it's not that you can when you brake heavily or take off like a rocket.
Yeah. It's pushing your grandma out of the seat and breaking her all her bones.
Yes, it's not customer friendly. So
not ever. Really well. Yeah.
It takes a little bit of practice on how it's at what speed you can go, but most of the time it's when there is an incline, it surely is no problem. So
Yeah. No, it's looking great though. Amex is asking, what is your favorite Swiss route? I'm passing that to you first.
passing to me first. Well,
There actually is truth. That's your.
it's a very long answer, and a very short one is.
Go for the long one. I mean,
I don't have any preference for any route. As apparent on my streams itself, I regularly get asked the question, what is your favorite route, what is your favorite train, and so on. Most of the time I just answer, well, I almost like everything. So but if I really need to choose, yeah, it's the entire RHB network. So
yeah, I mean, it's a difficult question, to be honest, because like you said, there's so much interesting on different trains and different routes that it's hard to pick one for me either. But if I really had to choose one, I guess it's the Soselva line, because I just like how well it's made and how well it's built into the Rhine Valley. That's quite a challenge for the constructors at that time, and yeah, I do like that. So I guess the answer is the Soselva.
oh well.
And of course, it's RHB route because they are more fun with the small trains and like running at lower speeds, and you can appreciate nature that's passing by. That's kind of cool. But that's the station I was talking about, was having like the special infrastructure right in front of it, and also a nice little station.
There's a pretty nice bridge in front of it, and then indeed just look at the detail. It's just it's awesome. Everywhere you can look.
Yeah.
By 55 limits. I suspect we still have maybe 1 or 2 station stops in between the next station.
Oh yeah, okay, so we have to see if there's a stubborn request.
Yes, because one I have, well, 2.5 minutes
until the next
leeway.
station.
Yeah, between the ETA and the actual time we should be
Yeah,
there.
okay. Yeah. I mean, don't care about too much about the scenario points. I feel like there's something sometimes quite hard to achieve, at least for the gold medal.
Yeah, most of the time 90% or more you need to have, and if you are just a few seconds late, sometimes they punish you with -100, otherwise -2. And say for speeding, how longer and how faster you're speeding, how many more points you lose. So I regularly drive, and it's always the same. If you stream, you're also watching the chat and so on. So then you really then, well, speeding is part of the journey.
Of course it is. Yeah, you need to be like be ready to multitask. That's true. Train player 59 is saying, when the track goes up, vacuum pump at 0 and the locomotive actually automatically sets its maximum speed. Okay. Your current setting is useful when the track goes down.
Yeah,
okay.
normally what I use is most of the time indeed on 3, even if going uphill. It's because of the incline speed for the when you take off and brake, it's a little bit harsh.
Yeah, I know
But
what you mean.
most of the time, it's a personal preference. So.
Yeah, if you set it at 0, okay, of course it will set at maximum speed. That's the way you can use it like a cruise control almost.
Yeah, normally it says 50, 55, 60, 65, and so on.
And
Well,
you're
Bert is
wrong.
actually going crazy right now, but I don't know why.
Don't you give him his food?
He has a lot of food and a lot of attention. So, but I think he's suspecting that I'm talking to him. So.
Okay, so he's replying to you. Well, how could you? Or how could you not talk to him? And Amex was asking if it's a Swiss route for TSW announcement. Well, I can't tell you anything about it yet.
I thought about it was 45 and I wasn't driving 45. Well.
Oh well, and Mr. Chris, no, it's not an announcement of the BR204 being ported to TSW. That's... no. Not the announcement. This will happen though. For the... not the one or the first or the second batch, but it's definitely coming to TSW too, so it's part of Preserve Collection.
And until it is in the Preserve Collection, you can still play it in Train Sim World 2020. So,
yeah.
And after it, of course.
Of course. Yeah, and I got the recent update, and there will be a little change with the new version coming, because there was a bug for PlayStation that has something to do with the audio setup. But yeah, may take some time until the update is out on that.
Enjoying the evening drive. And doors are closed again, so we can go to our next destination.
Perfect. It's actually quite nice with the evening sun, and the sky is turning a bit yellow. Not yellow, more purple. Love that. Yeah, Train Player 59. Train Player 59 is saying that you're wrong. Yeah, I mean that's part of a simulation, or the train simulator game. Zero and not one. Yeah, I mean, we're not simulating 100% because Train Simulator is far away from that, at least. So I feel like this is something where you can choose if you're not comfortable with having the settings. And I mean, of course, it's there. You can use it if you will, if you want to, but you don't have to. So that's part of the game. Actually, seeing these Swiss mountains wants me so badly. Makes me so badly to want to go there. That's so beautiful.
Well, just ask Martijn Wout on the Twist chat. So he can inform everyone how beautiful it is. Martijn, let's go.
Go for it.
Well, between the last stop and this stop, I've set the vacuum pumper to another setting, and people can see that the train is a little bit jumping, trying to keep the speed because it's putting on power and reducing the power.
Yeah,
it's not as smooth as it should be. So, but it is indeed down to a personal preference most of the time.
Yeah. And like I said, it's part of the simulation that you can drive the way. Oh, I really like that station as well with all the wooden buildings. Looks so natural. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's nice. Maybe it's... Oh, it's not a temporary station. It cannot be. Indeed.
No. Yeah.
I thought it was a temporary station, maybe, but...
No, that's actually part of the building. Yeah. Looking quite cool.
Nästa halt Ilans.
Is it Ilans? Ilans.
This is Ilans. If you write it, if you don't have a certain font, you the capital I and the lowercase l are both the same. So sometimes you need to think about what's the correct
what would make sense?
The correct pronunciation. Another freight train coming in. Those wagons, I think those wagons are specifically coming with the Suzuka line. These ones. 1833, next time is table stop.
Perfect.
Gained a little bit of points.
Excellent, great, yeah. Who's joining us from the join together? I mean, they are obviously doing payware scenarios. Just give it a shout who's there. Quite a lot of traffic for these evening times, isn't it? With all the trains coming in the opposite direction.
Yeah, it's a little bit busy. It's then a single track line most of the time, so sometimes you really sometimes you have a lot of trains. Otherwise, you have a few stations that you only 2 or 3 stations you pass each other. So it's but then otherwise you don't need to manage or watch out for other traffic, so you can enjoy the road more.
That's true. Well, that's true. Yeah. Train player, bye bye. With people who know how to drive. I don't think that's important. I don't know. Yeah. Just have a nice evening and thanks for watching. Guess we will continue without any problems. No, but I mean, because why there's a lot of traffic. The Suzuka line is actually the corridor route in the between 2 valleys. That's why it's so frequented. Because like all the passenger and freight traffic has to go through it. I mean, in Switzerland, they're having a lots of the freight traffic on the trucks actually, rather than on the road, which is quite a nice thing to do. So.
Yes, and they on some lines, I don't know if it's all lines, but some lines they also put freight behind passenger cars.
Oh, really? Do they? Okay.
There are a few scenarios that are coming with, especially the Rosa line. Then you drive the Allegra train set, and there is usually 1, 2, maybe 3 cars behind it with refrigeration cars with food and other things.
It's also quite a common thing on the RHB lines that they have like a couple of freight cars attached to their passenger trains, which is quite interesting. I mean, it obviously just makes sense to do so, but it's something that isn't common in Germany at all, or any other country, I think. The Dutch don't doing this as well, right?
No. No, they don't do it. They have a dedicated freight traffic.
Yeah.
We have a few different operators, and we have the Dutch State Railways, or NS, the Dutch Railways. Most of the intercity traffic. We have local traffic, local lines. We have Airnet of Arnet in the west. In the east we have Arriva. In the north we have Arriva. In the east we also have Keoli, which is a French train company. It used to be it's taken over. Used to be Sintes, which is an acronym for synergy. Train and bus, or
yeah.
And I don't know the exact one, but it's because most of the routes it's just passengers, and the local lines you have a train, and most of the bus services around it. It's the bus arrives just before the train. And otherwise, just after the train has left, another bus comes. So it's
okay. So they're well connected on.
They're connected with the bus most of the time. You just need to wait a few minutes before.
Oh, that's something quite nice.
I didn't know if we needed to stop here, but we stopped anyway. Just to be safe, otherwise maybe I'll get penalized. But we can enjoy the station.
Yeah.
Of Ruin? Rewin? I don't know.
It's like these Swiss stations you never getting to pronounce correct, except for if you live in in Switzerland, because it's like. On the Engadine line, the last station called School Terrasse, it's 100% wrong, but these are so difficult to pronounce, especially when they have some Italian influence in it.
It's heavily inspired by Italian. Even if you go when over the Benina parts and then the Benina line, the extension towards Italy, you can notice that it's a little bit more in Italian style.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good evening,
Kevin.
Turn. Another bridge.
Oh yeah.
Crossing over to the left.
Yeah, switching back.
can see a signal that is displaying yellow-green.
Oh, hey, Matteo. Good to see you here. He's one of the moderators at our forums. So it's
Nice.
quite nice having him on board.
Good evening.
And he says in the Engadine it's Romansh more than Italian. Yeah, okay, so that's in German it's called Rhaeto-Romanian. Or it's Rhaeto-Romanian, I guess. That's a different kind of language. And great work on the line from Karaku. Thanks a lot, actually. We'll pass that to our team. They are always happy to hear positive feedback.
Somebody requested that he wants to get off the train.
Oh.
It was a 30 limit.
What has he done?
Sometimes I still get these wrong when it's 45 or 30.
Yeah, you have to learn it properly. Well, that's true.
Well, I drive a lot of routes. I drive American routes, UK routes, German routes, Swiss routes, Dutch routes,
And everyone
French,
different.
Japanese, Chinese, sometimes Chinese, not a lot of Chinese, but every line has its own signaling system, even in countries itself.
And then the safety systems are different as well, right?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, of course. Did we take sound on the real train? Yes, Karaku, we do. For most of the trains we have, we're doing a survey tour, and of course we're visiting the trains and recording audio on them from the real one.
I hope the doors are opened. Yes, the doors opened.
Perfect.
I completely missed the station almost, except the last car, but it's still in the marker, so I'm still counting it as a win.
Oh, it's opening on the right side, not on the left one. Yeah, okay. Let's just say we didn't see any of this. It's yeah.
Yeah, it's more of a problem of the sim itself.
I think so.
Because of the small platforms.
Yeah. It's quite a challenge, that's true. If you have any other questions, just feel free to drop them in the comments. I'm trying to answer all of them. Or at least all I can. Which is quite a lot though. The sky is getting more and more colorful.
Yes, it's more and more purple, pinkish, white from the sun. Actually yellow, but it's white.
Yeah, more looking white. Yeah.
Let's go to 90. The highest speed yet on the line.
Oh.
Hold on to your seats, people.
A small section where you can drive the full speed of the loco.
I'm still managing to speed.
Yeah, perfect. Fasten the seatbelts. Yeah, please do. Going on a roller coaster ride. Was it difficult to make the line? Oh, that's a difficult question to ask or to answer one. Each route itself has their difficulties. The challenges we had with the Soselva are that the part in the beginning where it was in the very narrow Rhine River, that was hard to model because you can't do it with the standard train simulator tools. So we had to build the nature as a separate model. There was quite a lot of work to do, modeling each of the mountains and getting the water in at the right places, so that was quite a challenge. And how long it take? That's difficult to answer as well, because we start by planning a route and surveying it, and then we have to get all the permissions and the licensing stuff. It's taking quite a time, and building the actual route is maybe even faster than getting all the stuff before we can start to build. But I guess we're working on something like this for like half a year. 4 months to half a year, I think, is realistically. And then of course it has to go through QA and being published, and that will take also a lot of time before it's like on your desk and you can play it. More than a year, no. Like no. 4 months to half a year, I guess.
And that is with a team of a lot of people.
Of course, yeah. That's for the new products published by Rivet, and not the old ones from Thomson Interactive. Yeah.
I thought the original routes. I think he mentioned it when one of the vlogs on the Rivet Games channel, that he did those routes by himself.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we took over some work he has done before. He's Alan Thompson, in case anyone didn't know. He started building the first RHB routes and is now part of our team. Join together, asking what scenarios shown in stream. We are driving the regional eastbound scenario?
Autumn westbound, yes.
Autumn.
I had the information on screen when you
yeah, exactly,
when you were talking. So,
should have asked you. That would have been easier. True. Yeah. We do our very best to be on time.
Lights came on the station.
Build-in, yeah, that's a build-in scenario.
And we are early.
Oh well. Yeah, great job on driving, Rob.
4 seconds early, but I take it.
Perfect. Almost like the Chinese precision. Oh, that's looking quite nice. Can you take a screenshot from me?
Yes, most of the time when I use this, I take screenshots. So,
perfect.
I even have a command on my stream called screenshots. So I normally sometimes I take about per stream about 30-40 screenshots. So
okay, yeah,
it's a lot.
Quite a decent amount.
Usually RobJansen is late at his own streams.
Shh, don't tell.
You jinxed it. 1849 to the next timetable stop at Trun.
Alex is asking if you can play the 204. We're not going to play it today, but we'll keep it to the list.
Oh God, not him. Hi Bjorn.
Oblivious, you know him?
Yes, I know him.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Good evening, though. How many people are in the team to produce those lines and trains? We're actually a team of about 20 people working on new trains and routes and stuff. Yeah, Alex, this is TS 2020. I really love how it's looking though. It's looking quite good for 2020.
As also what you can get out of the engine with the
Yeah.
correct lighting and so on.
Exactly.
You just look at this bridge with
Yeah.
how the light is catching it.
And I mean, think about it. The engine is about 10 years old. Released in 2009, and it's quite some time. Yeah, it's beautiful.
It has been updated in every year.
True. But you can't go over the limits of the.
Yeah, it still has a little bit of issues, but most of the time it's not a problem when you're playing river games route.
Yeah, that's
run
true.
fine.
We always trying to work around the issues that the TS engine do have. But no, that isn't fair to the engine at all. I mean, it's a decent one. You can work with it, but like the opening doors on the side, that doesn't make sense. It's like one of these issues that makes it a bit harder to build realistic stuff. But I think we're doing pretty good.
A lot of care is going into the routes to optimize them.
Yeah.
It's the content and just make them look good. And well, on systems, every one system, it runs pretty good.
That's quite a challenge. I think most of the people aren't aware of what we're doing in the background. That's like to optimize a route that it runs on not only the high-end NASA systems, but also on the small ones, like the typical player that gets home in the evening and just wants to drive a train for fun with a beer. And yeah, there's quite a lot of work going into it. Play with train simulator is great. Build content on the game is exactly. Join together, the game. It's quite a challenge. Let's keep it that way. It's quite a challenge. Yeah, but I also do enjoy playing a train simulator quite a lot. That's cool.
Most of the time, I only play the game, so.
And of course, you're playing it quite a lot, so you're the perfect person to speak to.
But a lot of diverse content, but.
Alex is saying all the world of Rivet games is incredible. Thanks, Alex. Thanks a lot. We'll also forward this to the team because it's always making them happy. As you can imagine. You're a lucky man, Rob. Do you know?
Lucky man. Well, I know from other people in at least the Dutch community that are creating routes and scenarios that it can crash a lot or sometimes a little bit of frustration, but it's just rewarding when you just complete the scenario, complete a part of the route. Then you can really enjoy the work, and other people can really enjoy the work that has been put into it.
And seeing it run it on different setups and everyone's playing it and loving it, that's amazing. That's a really good feel. Alex is leaving. All right, bye. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your weekend. Thanks for
to a few time.
Okay, this line is absolutely stunning. Yeah, it is. Absolutely. I mean, we have an amazing sunset. That's quite nice as well.
A beautiful scenario.
Well done. There's another train waiting. Oh, Martin, welcome back. Do you enjoy dinner?
Welcome in Troon. Troon. It's not with an umlaut. So,
that has to be Trun, I think. Another one of these little wooden station buildings. Look at some of these.
yeah, they really take care of their station and appearance.
Yeah, of course. This route has Trin and Tron on one line. It's Trin-Tron.
Successful stop at 1856. We can go to our next timetable stop, which is DeSantis,
Perfect.
which is the end of,
The end of the line.
of
Right,
this
yeah.
line.
I was just going to say it.
Actually, this train, from what I know, this train can't go any further. Because after that station, I think it has a cogwheel or something, so, or steep
Yep,
inclines.
Yep. That's a challenge to be made in Train Simulator. Or isn't possible at all, I think.
I don't know if it can handle it. Thompson and Rivet has done a very good work on getting these very steep grades.
Yeah, but having a cogwheel in it is something different again. Maybe limitation through the game engine that makes it impossible.
Maybe I think it was once time mentioned in one of the
I think so
logs,
too.
but that was indeed maybe a limitation because the game doesn't support it.
Yeah. Are you using substance paint on the train's texture? Yes, we do. Of course we do. Substance paint is quite an awesome program. And a super powerful one. If you know how to use it, of course. But that is for every program. And good night, Lars. Enjoy your evening.
Well, he's actually just joining us. He means the opposite, but
all right, perfect.
Lars, you mean good evening. So,
that's a good night. All right. Well done. Hey, Lars. On the buildings too. Yeah, for some parts. Not for all of the buildings. No, actually, no. We're using substance there as well.
Can look at one of the buildings at the next station. I suspect that we need to stop there, but 45 limit upcoming. 2 green lights, 1 yellow.
Oh yeah.
I'm starting to remember the signaling.
Was it 45 or 60?
I think it was 45.
Well, we'll see in just a second.
Or 60, but we will see.
I thought it was 45.
Somebody needs to wants to get off.
Yeah. Okay, so we have to stop anyway.
45.
It is 45.
It's 45.
Okay, shame on me.
I think 60 was 2 green lights.
Without a yellow one.
Without a yellow one, and it all depends. I think it even depends on the region, but I'm not totally sure. I'm not a complete expert on every signaling system, but it's on for the ISB. It's most of the time is the same.
Yeah, shame on me that I don't know that. That's working at Rivet Games and not know how the signaling system is working. That's a real shame. Specific.
Let's stop. Just going to pause the game, so then
Yeah.
you can look at a little bit at the station.
Yeah.
I think this one is in these 3D models. You can see every.
Yeah. Yeah.
Corner.
No, the stations building are all built at a high detail level. And I think, yeah, there has been substance painter used on this one as well. Ah, okay, Matteo's helping me out. For the SPB, it's 60, for the RHB, it's 45 kilometers. With 2 green and 1 yellow light. Thanks. So I was remembering it correctly, but for the wrong system.
Yeah, that's the most of the time I also have it. Sometimes in the wrong way, in the wrong order.
Yeah.
So that's
Mixing up all the different stuff from different countries and different train systems and whatever. Thanks, Matteo, for that one.
just waiting on the passengers. Doors have been closed.
Perfect.
Let's just check before the next.
Is there country else are going
Yes.
to produce any add-on like this? Yes, Kirikou, we are going to produce add-ons for different countries. But we'll have to wait. That's something I can't confirm 100% now. But there's something happening on our social media accounts very soon, so keep an eye out.
There is a little bit of Italy already in the game.
Alright, yeah, that's true. With Chira now.
It's just a few kilometers, but
yeah.
it really captures it indeed.
Yeah,
With a
really,
newer
really
and
nice.
older style.
Yeah. And the old church in, and then the trains running like almost like a tram in the middle of the road. That's quite nice. Yeah.
It's getting more and more dark, more darker colors. If the stars come out, I zoom in and then going to speed again, but.
Speeding. Martin is watching you really. He has an eye on you.
Yeah, he's used to be a teacher, so well, he is
keeping his habits.
He's quite strict.
Oh yeah.
Let's just say that.
Some really nice characters from the Dutch community. Nice to see them here, though.
Yeah, a lot of lovely people.
Of course, really appreciate it. Yeah.
Acknowledge the system. Acknowledging the signal for the next station. One thing I do like about this line is if you start where we started before, you start right beside the river Rhine.
Yeah.
And then when you get to this part of the route, you really start to climb. So you're really up in the mountains.
Yeah. Still a pretty wide valley. Not like the ones on the Albula, for example, where the valleys are so close. But yeah, it has a lot of diversity in it. That's quite nice.
Rid of the huts. Okay. Move a little bit over. You can see the river down there. We're already up here.
Yeah.
I really want to go.
Yeah, but you're enjoying some fresh air in the Alps, and that would be so amazing.
And there goes the train.
Perfect. Going again. Almost has that nice feeling from the cold air blowing through your hair when you're sticking your head out of the window.
Well, I can experience it right here if I want. Actually, I do, because I have a fan beside me. So.
Oh, that's quite nice. Put one here as well. Yeah. That's a good idea. Yeah. I missed on that one.
Still a little bit hot here. Well, currently 29 degrees.
29. Oh, well, that's
in the house.
Hot. Yeah.
But once you start playing the train sim, you hardly notice it, because
you can watch the numbers on the.
I've some sort of clock right here. So,
yeah. You can see how high the temperature is.
Yeah, and then get disappointed that it's a little bit hot. But, but when you enjoying the trains, you don't have.
True.
You don't notice it. You notice the drive.
Yeah, that's true. The announcement will be for TS. Maybe TSW. I can't tell you now. Well, actually, it's going to be for TSW.
Well. Certainly interesting.
Yeah. Of course it is. Yeah, I guess that's more people are interested in TSW than TS1.
It all depends on the type of player.
That's true. Yeah,
I do notice that a lot of the Dutch community still use and play the classic train sim 2020 a lot more.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because it has a lot of freeware stuff.
And there's a lot of Dutch content in it, right?
Yes.
That's not the case for TSW.
About 60%, 60, 70. I'm going to downscale a little bit my estimate, but that is currently in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's quite a lot. TSW doesn't has one route at all. I mean, they're having their British, the UK, the UK stuff, the American, and the German stuff. That's it. For the moment, at least. Or did I miss something?
Canadian.
Yeah. Oh, Canadians. That's true.
That's something between American. If you want to call it American, you need to call it North American. Then
that's true.
Then it's both countries. Otherwise, it's American. It's just the United States, because I read from people that are from Canada that like to be called Canadian. So
yeah, of course they are.
But still North American. I actually myself I'm doing a lot of Train Sim World also, at least in my my spare time.
Yeah.
Because yeah, sometimes I really want to drive in Switzerland or in the Netherlands, or want to experience driving and walking around in the game. Then I can put up Train Sim World.
That's quite an amazing feature. That's true. Oh, Alex is back. Hi again.
Welcome back.
Did you manage to take real sounds on the RE460 logo? Yeah, should be some real world trains as well, but that's been before my time. Actually, not 100% sure. So I can't tell you 100% sure because that's, yeah, I wasn't in on Rivet. Yeah, we aren't going to be teasing a new content for TSW, that's true. So yes, a new DLC. MX is asking if we can put up sound, please.
Yes, it's certainly possible. Most I've turned a little bit down because otherwise it's drowning you out a little bit. So, but I have a handy wheel, my keyboard, that I can roll about and then up or down the volume. But we're almost there. But most of the time, because you're in a locomotive, there is a lot of sound of the engine cooling.
Yeah,
because
the fans.
It's if you don't cool the engine, it's well, start and move the heat very rapidly.
Yeah.
And we're almost at the destination, and we can see. I think it's an. I don't think what it is. A castle, maybe. Or...
yeah, castle, like an old. It's quite a nice shot as well. Yeah, like an old church. No, it's a cloister. Oh, it's the first time I have to be honest, I don't know what that's called in English. It's like a monastery.
Yeah, maybe it can.
Yeah, pretty sure it is because it's called what? Are you making new stuff for TSW or TSW itself? TSW2. No, it's going to be for TSW2. There isn't any new content for TSW1 if you want to keep it that way. How are you getting this minimap on the screen? Is this some kind of add-on? Well, that's a question you have to ask Rob for himself.
Yeah, before we enter the station, otherwise the scenario is going to end in a little bit too soon. But or maybe we can. Yeah, but it's just that one. It's an I capture a browser window on my PC. I use a dual stream setup with two PCs. I use an application on my main PC called Third Rails. It's a free application that is used by a lot of people. You can track your drives, and I'm broadcasting to that website and just capturing the website via the browser. So that's the reason why you can see the minimap on top. On my screen, I don't see it. I have an application to the site running this application. Yes, you can see.
It's displaying for the stream.
Yes.
Yeah.
I use it on my streams as well most of the time. So it's just interesting to know that when you're driving in real life, it's just a fun addition.
Yeah, that's quite nice.
rolling into DeSantis.
Yeah, the last station of our drive.
And I think Martijn said there was something in that building over there to our right after the station. You can get a really, really nice dinner or something else. Maybe
Oh.
Martijn can confirm it, but
Yeah, might be the case. Just let us know if there's something we have to try once we're there. Would love to go there. Just been to the Glacier Express before. That's a small pub. Yeah, okay. Can you recommend it? You can get you can get really good apple pie there. Oh, that sounds. Oh, yeah, it sounds really, really good. Would love to have.
a little bit late again. But well, enjoying the drive.
Yeah. That was a really, really good one. That's the end of the scenario, I guess, right?
Yes, it's the end.
Yeah.
Well done,
Big
driver. Well, we have bonus points. You can't see the bonus points because he's in front of it. He's covering up for me. But if you want to know, 63.
Yoo-hoo! Big station for a little train like the RHB. Yeah, that's true, join together. That's true. And Matthias said it's... I can confirm that the station's restaurant. I've been there 2 weeks ago. Okay, so seems quite a common one. All right. Anyway, I think that's it for this evening and this live stream. Thanks a lot to Rob. Thanks for being here with us and taking over the hard part of the work.
Well, thank you for having me. So
it was a pleasure.
Really enjoyed it. So
thanks a lot. Just please do us a favor, like and comment what you liked and what you don't liked, and head over to RobJansen and follow him on YouTube and Twitch as well. He's live streaming there. Oh, actually, you're live streaming on Twitch, right?
I'm live streaming indeed on Twitch every weekend, Saturday and Sunday from around 19:30 Central European time or summertime, which one is in effect at the moment. So you can always watch my streams back. I go to most of the time I cutting them up in smaller pieces, so you can watch them on YouTube afterwards.
Yeah. We'll put a link to his channels and stream account in the description, of course. Yeah, so that's basically it for the evening. Thanks a lot, everyone, for watching, and see you soon.
Yeah, have a great evening.
Have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.